Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 81 here on season 1. Today, I brought in the crown. No, today we are talking about Acorns, Robinhood, Stash, and more. So this question comes from, let me just see if I can pronounce his name, DandBDubHD. DandBDubHD. He asked, Are there gonna be any other investment apps or sites you plan to cover in videos? I think because a lot of my latest videos have been a lot on Stash. That's because a lot of the questions that I'm getting asked on my videos are on Stash, and I promise everybody to come out with the answer to that question on the next episode. So it's been like I've just been continuing to push out Stash videos because of the question that I've been getting. However, my earlier videos, some of them do cover Acorns, some of them do cover Robinhood. And when I originally started the series, I planned on doing Stash one day, Acorns one day, Robinhood one day, Stash Retire a different day, and then general investing advice, a business one, and then a random, maybe having my son on or something like that. So I was planning on doing 7 days, and I was planning on having my videos spread out. However, when people start asking questions, you start getting answers, and those answers, most of those questions are in regards to Stash. However, there are a few that were on Acorns, what should I do when the crash happens with Acorns account and all that kind of stuff. So I still cover those. It's just, if I don't get questions, it's hard for me to talk about it when I'm when I'm answering the other questions. But once I get all those questions answered, I'll make an Acorns Robinhood video and that kind of stuff to kind of balance it back out again. Anyways, I recently got into Acorns. Congratulations. M1 Finance, which I've never heard. I did a little bit of research before hopping on here. And Robinhood. Your videos really helped me get started investing and saving for the future. Well, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. That's why I make these videos. So thank you. And I'm really glad and excited to hear that you're planning on investing in your future. It's really a smart move, to be honest. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So for right now, like I already said, I'm making videos about Stash, Robinhood, and Acorns. I also cover a little bit about buying precious metals. That's something that I do on the side. It's about probably 5 to 10% of my actual overall investment account, portfolio. And then I also have a little bit of cryptocurrency. Right now I probably have about $50 in it. But I do some cloud mining, that kind of stuff. So I let that kind of run its course and just kind of let it go up with the market. I don't really have a whole lot invested to it, so I don't really care that much about it yet. But I do plan on getting more into that eventually. So just to retrack how everything kind of started, how my investing career kind of started out. I started out on Robinhood. I originally actually started out on Fidelity. I was going to try to day trade a lot on Fidelity because my wife which was my fiance at the time, I was drinking a lot of Slurpees. She's like, instead of drinking Slurpees, why don't you just invest into 7-Eleven? And then when you don't I was buying 2 Slurpees a week, which was $5. She's like, just take that and invest it into 7-Eleven stock and then hold it. She's like, so that way you're actually making money and not losing money on buying Slurpees. And I was like, that's such a good idea. Let me figure out how to start investing. So I started on Fidelity. Obviously the trading fees was kind of like a deterrent, and so I started researching what there was that didn't have any trading fees, and Robinhood was the first one that I came across. So that was, and I think it's the only one. So that's what I started. I started with Robinhood, really investing hardcore. I started day trading. Honestly, didn't know what the heck I was doing. Just thought I was going to make money by day trading because you watch all these other people day trading on YouTube, and they're like, yeah, I make so much money. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Yeah, they're the exception to everybody else that's losing money. So you got to be kind of careful watching those people. The smartest idea is for long-term investments, buy and hold kind of stuff. So, or buy when it's dropping, when something's undervalued, and then letting it go reset back to the value that's supposed to be at, as well as making money off dividends. So those are the smart ways to do it. Obviously, you can make a ton of money day trading, but there's also a lot of risk that comes with that as well. So I went there. Now what I do is more of a swing trade type thing on my Robinhood account because I have Robinhood Instant, which means that I can't day trade because my account's not over 25,000. So I do a lot of swing trading on there, which has been kind of successful, kind of not successful. Honestly, I haven't been seeing as great a return off of swing trading as I do off of a Stash or Acorns, but I just kind of do it for fun. It's kind of something that keeps me entertained. It wakes me up at 6:30 in the morning because the stock market opens, all that kind of stuff. So personally, it's just like more, I use Robinhood more as like a game kind of thing, or some of it. I allocate about 50% of that account just to swing trade, and the other 50% is long-term type strategy. Eventually on Robinhood, I will convert all of it over to a long-term account, because it just makes more sense. From what I've been seeing in the market, all that kind of stuff, it just makes more sense to go long-term on any kind of platform. Next came Acorns. I opened Acorns, I think, in May or March. I think it was March of 2015. So this year's 2017, March 2016. So I've had it for almost a year and a half now. I love Acorns in the fact that it's almost like a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's like, oh, I just deposit, have what roundups on, an auto deposit on, and then like I just kind of set it and forget it. It kind of does everything for you, and you don't really have to worry about it as much. And then, which is something that I really like. Acorns is one of the ones that I would love to recommend to anybody that's like brand new at getting into investing. Like, that's probably the easiest one to understand. It's literally almost like a savings account in the fact that you just deposit money, it sits there. They kind of move it around and rebalance it and that kind of stuff, but you just make your monthly deposits and set up your auto or your roundups, and it pretty much runs itself. From there, like literally like 6 months later, I got into Stash. Stash is one of those kind of accounts that for me is super interesting, because it's like a blend of Robinhood meets Acorns, and so it gives you like that control that you can buy and sell those ETFs, but you can also long-term hold it and kind of rebalance and that kind of stuff yourself. So it's like Acorns, but there's a lot more freedom in the fact that you can buy and sell whenever you want, all that kind of stuff. Where on Robinhood, it's a little bit more difficult, and there's a lot more ETFs, a lot more stocks. It's because it's basically trading the entire stock market. So that to be said, in the future, looking forward, which this is I think where he's talking about, in the future I plan on opening up other investments accounts, such as like M1 and Betterment, and then other ones that do pop up. I did try to open a Clink account, which I think was a scam. I don't know. I don't know how that, like, I opened it, but it never actually went through fruition. So I don't know. And then there's like no videos on about it. So I think it was more like a scam. Anyways, but yeah, like M1 and Betterment right now, I deposit like $200 a month into that. So when I start making more money, like when I'm up to like being able to deposit $300 a month, then I'll open those other accounts and start doing that. So it's just kind of like I don't have the money to allocate towards opening other accounts for right now, so that's why I just have not opened them. However, with my YouTube channel growing and that kind of stuff, they should be getting opened here shortly. It's just kind of the way that the ball rolls. You got to have money to save money. Yeah, right now I wish I could make videos about Betterment and M1 and those kind of videos, but I have like very limited knowledge. Like, I don't even have the app on my phone. It would be basically what I read on the internet, which I feel like for you guys could do the same thing. Like, so it's really like very limited, and I would be talking about out of my inexperience, which I don't want to provide you guys with inexperienced, like flawed information about an app that your money's in, because your money's in there, like it's important, it's valuable to you. And if I'm just telling you like off the cuff information, then what's it good? It's not really that good, and then we don't really have a good relationship. It's as if I'm lying to you, which really would be the case. As stuff continues to grow, I plan on getting into real estate investing, angel investing, as well as much more. And I plan, what my ultimate goal is to open up my own investing firm or financial firm, which I don't have no knowledge of doing right now, but I feel like I'm working that path of getting there. So in the next like probably 3 months, I should have my life insurance license, and I should also have my securities license, which will be great. I'll be able to meet one-on-one with people and talk about financial planning, that kind of stuff, and how to kind of set yourself up for the best future. So anyways, if you guys have any questions regarding Stash, Acorns, or Robinhood, go ahead and post them down below. I also do cover general investing advice, such as precious metals and cryptocurrency, as well as like dividends and that kind of stuff, business and coaching, as well as Etsy. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe up here. And you know what? Go ahead and check out what's my trading strategy on Robinhood. And check out this other cool video right here. And until next time, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.